Nestled in the heart of the Upper Valley, the charming town of Lebanon, New Hampshire boasts a dazzling tradition that enchants both locals and visitors alike. This unique New England city, rich in culture and history during the summer, undergoes a magical transformation when the holiday season arrives, thanks to a talented young man. Come with us as we show you behind the scenes of this spectacular light show. This is the story of DB Lights, a brilliant spectacle of community, creativity, and holiday spirit. The tale of DB Lights begins over 7 years ago when local resident Devin Blanchard decided to bring a touch of magic to his neighborhood. What started as a small display of holiday lights soon grew into a beacon of joy and wonder, drawing crowds from near and far.
Hi, my name is Devin Blanchard. I am the owner and founder of DB Lights. When I was just a young boy, I fell in love with decorating for the holiday season, whether it be Halloween, Christmas. Those were my two major holidays that I really loved to celebrate and decorate. For Halloween, I would do yard haunts, haunted houses, etc. But when it came to Christmas, I loved the idea of lights, and thousands of them at that. So I started doing extravagant light displays, should you say, at my parents' house growing up. And then it got to the point where it was getting just a little bit too big for doing it at a home level. So in 2016, about around there, 2016, 2017, I wanted to light up an area within the city of Lebanon because I grew up in Lebanon. So, and I've always seen the opportunity to light up an area there. So I got a hold of the rec department there, and after a few meetings and so forth, they agreed to let me light up an area. So I believe it was 2017 was my first year doing a public display. So that first display took place on the Lebanon Pedestrian Mall between Salt Hill Pub and Lebanon Village Pizza. It started out with, I want to say, 5,000, 10,000 lights. It wasn't not a lot. Seems like a lot, but it wasn't too many. Coburn Park came about last year in 2023. Over the years, I've had my display at the Pedestrian Mall. I think I was there for about 3 years, I believe, and then the other 2 years I was in West Lebanon at the Kilton Public Library behind there due to some construction that was going on the mall. So last year was when I got the idea that I enjoyed doing the work on the mall, doing the display on the mall, but there was so much limitations on the mall per se as opposed to the park, and I really wanted, my end goal was to light up the park. That's always what I wanted to do because of the space and so forth. So that's when I approached the rec department again and asked if we could change the locations, and they approved it. So,
what year do I think that my company took off? I would say the most successful year would be, it started in 2021, I want to say. It was my last year at the library. I was interviewed by WCAX, the Valley News, and kind of from there, it kind of just took a turn for the good and blew up, per se. A lot of people saw those articles and started getting in touch with me, saying how much they enjoyed the display, and so forth.
Now, let's hear about what the community, along with Devin's partners and collaborators, have to say about
My
it.
name is Jeremiah Brophy. I'm the co-founder of Strong Rabbit Designs, and I know Devin from doing some production work in the past. I used to run Lebanon Opera House right here behind us, so I've been involved with production for about 25 years.
So my name is Shannon, and I have known Devin since he was about 3 years old. He is my stepson's best friend. And I have had the opportunity and pleasure to watch him grow up from a crazy, rambunctious small child into a caring and driven man who does not stop and does not let anything stop him.
I'm Carter Shannon, and I am best friends with Devin.
My name is Tracy Hutchins. I'm president of the Upper Valley Business Alliance, which is a regional chamber of commerce. We have almost 500 members throughout the Upper Valley, and DB Lights is one of our members.
I am Abigail Shannon. I have known Devin since I was a baby because he is my brother's best friend.
I think that was 2, maybe 3 years ago. I started working with Devin. I helped out with a film shoot right here on the mall. Also, Strong Rabbit created a collection for DB Lights to do shirts, help with the fundraising on the light extravaganza that happens every December.
So throughout the years, I have helped to set up with Devin, and they always come out really great, and it's always just a great experience to watch him go through all of this and then to finally watch everybody's faces light up when the lights finally go up.
DB Lights. I want to say it was probably 5 years ago. I think the first time I helped you set up was the year before you moved over to Kilton Library. Yep. When we did the mall, and I got to watch your legs shaking like spaghetti as you were climbing up a ladder trying to hang lights in the mall. And then I really joined in when you moved over to Kilton Library. And it's fun to watch how you kind of corral any volunteer that will help, and you have all the thoughts in your brain already of exactly what you want, where you want it.
Yeah, I love the display. We've been over here 2 winters now. We live over in Sharon right now, but it's so great to have such a magical place to visit right in Lebanon during the winter. I think that DB has been extremely beneficial to the community, and I think they've been working to improve what they have to offer as far as the exhibit and other events and services that they can provide for the community.
I think that it really just helps to bring everybody together as a whole and to help celebrate the ones that we have lost and the ones that we still have.
I don't know of anyone else who's doing lights. That's incredible. And to just have simply by illuminating, literally illuminating the area at night, makes it a more friendly and a more community-driven area.
Oh, well, I think Devin brings joy, really, to the community with his holiday display every year. All of the effort and work that Devin puts into it is just lovely, and people look forward to seeing it.
I see a lot of positive impact, a lot of positive feedback from community members, whether it's on social media or people that I run into. Today at LebFest.
Your displays have gotten better and better throughout the years. You know, you definitely add more. Everything is very well coordinated. It's not just like haphazard lights everywhere. I think this past year's was one of my favorites. Just the way you took over the green and you had walkways and, you know, the tree lighting ceremony and just watching as the lights came on and everybody got to ooh and ah. And, you know, I haven't always been able to be there on opening day. So this has been really nice to be able to see just everyone's experience. You know, that was just a huge thing, was watching other people's faces as the lights went on and all the little kids are jumping for joy and then people are walking around and checking it out. That was probably my most memorable.
Well, I don't do much with residents, but I do know that I've heard from several of the downtown businesses and what I have seen on social media that the light display is looked forward to every year, that the residents just love it. And it seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year as well. So people really look forward to seeing it.
I can tell you, at least according to Facebook, and you know that means I'm old because I'm on Facebook, but looking at people's comments and just how more and more people have something to say about it when you're posting things and looking forward to seeing it, and you know, is it going to be bigger and better than last year? I think the community has really rallied around you, and the ability to do the light display. You know, some people coming out to help. I feel like you get a little bit more people, you know, that you may not have had in the past helping out. So that just shows that your desire to do something good for the community has really reached out and gotten them involved. I see DB Lights really just going huge and becoming a business that will sustain you and the community for years to come.
My favorite part of the display is just seeing Devin like going nuts, geeking out about the lights.
Devon's display is a cherished tradition, but what truly makes it extraordinary? What's the story behind its significance?
In 2013, I lost my uncle due to a car accident that happened on 89 in Lebanon. Him and his fiance at the time were traveling home, and when a person on the opposite side of the highway decided that he wanted to take his own life, so with that he ended up going over the median and hitting my uncle face on, causing my uncle to pass away. So when I decided to do a public display, growing up in Lebanon and the accident happening in Lebanon, I knew I wanted to dedicate it to him and his family that are no longer with us.
They were about to become parents, but a crash Saturday afternoon in Lebanon changed everything. Amanda Murphy and her fiancé Jason Timmons were heading north on I-89 when a pickup truck crossed the median and hit their car head-on. Autopsy results released Tuesday say the pair died from blunt force trauma. Amanda was 8 months pregnant.
I wish people knew him like we did. He would be in awe. He'd be very happy because his family was everything to him, and especially Devin and his sister was the light of his life besides his children. He loved his niece and nephew.
Growing up, we always got to hang out with him, and being around him growing up was just phenomenal, and me and my sister always had fun. He would find ways to spoil us, and so growing up it was the memorable time. So when he passed away, and me loving Christmas so much, his daughter was actually born on Christmas Eve, so I don't know how much he enjoyed the Christmas holiday, but with me enjoying it so much, I decided that I would do pretty much everything I could to remember him through the eyes of the lights.
What makes DB Lights and Devin's work so special is that it comes from the heart. Devin started this as a tribute to somebody that he lost and cared about. He's a local person. He knows a lot of the people here in the Lebanon area, and they know him. And I think the fact that, you know, he's a homegrown business and is doing something to give back to the community just creates a special relationship within the community.
As I stand here today during the setup of the 2024 season, it is truly unbelievable to think where all this first began. What started as a love for the Christmas holiday has truly changed to much more than that. It's a time where I get to remember why I started this display in the first place, to bring happiness and smiles to families alike, but to also keep my uncle's memory alive. Each twinkling light here tells a story, a tribute to the joy and warmth that my uncle brought into our lives. The process of decorating has become a cherished ritual, creating new memories with loved ones near and far. The neighborhood looks forward to our display each and every year, and seeing the wonder in children's eyes as they gaze upon the lights fills my heart with gratitude. It's not just about the decorations here or the lights. It's about fostering a sense of community and creating a magical experience for everyone who visits. As I string these lights and hang the decor, I am reminded of the countless hours spent perfecting and planning each and every single detail. It's a labor of love, one that brings people together and spreads joy far and wide. This season, like any other season, I hope to capture the essence of the holiday spirit and share it with all those who pass by. This has been Shining Bright, the tale of DB Lights. What are your thoughts on the display today?
I am excited to see what you've come up with this season. It changes every season, and I think that's great. It gives something new and exciting for folks to come and experience, and that's really what folks enjoy, is just a new experience for the holiday season.